energy data analytics brings together both the application domain of energy systems and policy along with the tool driven domain of data science. And this can pose a bit of a challenge for those getting started at the intersection of this space. Energy domain experts coming to learn data science tools, as well as data science experts coming to learn about energy systems, and students in both disciplines working towards the goal of being able to operate at this intersection. So here what we want to do is start off talking a little bit about some of the resources that are available for those who are getting started in learning about energy, and those working to stay up to date in that space as the systems quickly evolve. So to start off with, in the energy space, one of the things that we want to think about are some of the absolute basics. So if you're an absolute beginner, one place you may want to start is with a primer in this. And so there are a number of online tools and freely downloadable documents that you can actually get from Energy Explained at the Energy Information Administration. National Academies has a great series on what you need to know about energy. Even FERC, the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, has an energy primer, and the Department of Energy has their energy literacy series. And so all of these, I mean, if you're at an absolute basic level, this is a great place to get started. And so if you want to dive a little bit deeper, then the next step would likely be some sort of online energy course. And so actually here at Duke, we have faculty member Lincoln Pretzen in the Nicholas School of the Environment, and actually my former advisor, a great guy who had created two courses, one on electric industry operations and markets, and the other focused on oil and gas industry operations and markets. And so these are certainly two good primers there as well. Additionally, Michael Weber from UT Austin has a fantastic Energy 101 course. And so for those of you interested there, all three of these options would be good deeper dives into the subject. And of course, reading is and diving deeper into textbooks is a good way to kind of accompany some of those courses to fill in gaps that where your interests may lie. And so a few options there, certainly McKay's Sustainable Energy Without the Hot Air, a great introductory textbook that takes you across many different types of energy resources and how they are translated into actual energy consumption and use. And so that's certainly a good starter there. If you're more interested on the economic side, Fundamentals of Power Systems Economics could be a good option for you. Additionally, for those with an interest on the technical side, a great first step book is Electric Power Systems: A Conceptual Introduction by Alexandra von Meyer. This book will ease you into some of the technical aspects of how power systems operate. And then if you're really looking to go deep into all of that, into three-phase power and power flow and all of that, then Power Systems Analysis by Granger and Stevenson may be the better option there. So across all four of these books, certainly could give you a good foundation in this space. And of course, there are a number of other popular books that are out there in the energy space. Certainly a number by some luminaries in the field: Daniel Yergin, Vaclav Smil, and Amory Lovins. So Daniel Yergin's books, The Quest and the Prize, have this focus on looking at a bit of the history of energy and have won Pulitzer prizes because of it. Vaclav Smil's books focus on a variety of subjects, including history, but also looking at where we are today with energy transitions and the status of of sustainability in that context as well. And Amory Lovin's definitely a big thinker. Reinventing Fire will certainly be a different approach to considering energy business solutions, and ways of conceptualizing how we kind of measure and account for carbon emissions from energy systems. And certainly a number of other books for those interested in energy law. There's Energy Law in a Nutshell, and some other excellent histories by Richard Rose and David Nye on consuming power and energy. And a recent book, Taming the Sun by Varun Sivaram. This book has been talking about the potential of solar energy in particular going forward. So another great option for those who are interested there. And certainly to stay up to speed in the research context, there are a number of excellent energy journals out there to follow. Staying up to speed with these can be challenging, and these certainly are a deeper dive that require often some degree of field-specific expertise. But once you start diving in, I'm sure you'll for those of you who are interested, could offer a lot of additional insights on the most cutting-edge research that's going on. And there's a bit of a range of these, from the policy and economic side to things like Applied Energy and Nature Energy and the Renewable Energy Journal, to more technical journals on the infrastructure side, such as IEEE Transactions on Power Systems, and for those interested in the environmental implications, certainly environmental science and technology being an excellent option there. So, a pretty wide variety that you can dive into, depending on what your particular focus is. And what's shown in gray here are the impact factors of these journals, which is a general and in many ways challenging metric of the degree of the audience that is reached, the size of the audience reached by these different journals. And so there are a number of other ways of staying up to date in the energy space. Certainly podcasts, everything from the Energy Transition Show, Grid Geeks, Columbia's Energy Exchange, to different news and blog forums ranging from Green Tech Media to, if you'd like some additional email in your inbox, you can sign up for things like Utility Dive, which is a fantastic resource there on the latest kind of business news and trends in the utility industry, and Forbes and E&E News keep you up to speed there as well. And IEEE has a couple of great magazines in this space, the Power and Energy Magazine and IEEE Electrification, to see both a combination of what are some of the research trends, but also what's going on in the space technically and in the education space as well. So a lot of great options there. And for those who are interested in looking to the future and where trends seem to be pointing in terms of energy consumption, how global emissions are being are trending in different countries across the globe. Certainly, there are many organizations out there that work on energy projections, including the International Energy Agency, the U.S. Energy Information Administration. They respectively produce the World Energy Outlook and Annual Energy Outlooks. Great resources for the most recent projections going forward. And Shell, ExxonMobil, and BP also produce their own projections. And so reading across all of these different documents, if you are so inclined, would certainly give you a good impression of what the trends are that we're most aware of at this point in time. So certainly a good set there. And here at Duke, we also even collect, for those interested in energy data, there are certainly many resources out there of where you can go to access that. But we've tried to collect a number of both data set links to different data sets that we're aware of, and links to repositories of data and aggregators of data. So we want to be able to direct people to the resources they need. Of course, there are many great energy data provisioning websites out there. Data.gov and the energy component of that is an excellent one. A number of others. All of those we also try to keep listed here. Not exhaustive, but certainly a good starting point. And I definitely encourage you to explore the data, begin working and downloading and interacting with data sets that are interesting to you and to your problems that you may be working on with regards to your own research, or in industry, things that may be relevant there. There's a lot of power here for learning about energy systems going forward. I hope these resources have been helpful with regards to getting oriented in the energy space, and we'll follow up now talking a bit about the data science space.